Live. Great. Welcome again, another episode of Energised You. Question and answer with Shane and Ray. It's actually episode number 24.
24.
And we had a lot of interesting questions today about really posted towards mums and what do you do in terms of nutrition
yes.
and how do you cope with being in a family and having nutrition for yourself and your family,
yes.
making it wholesome and healthy.
Yes,
That's the way, Shane.
Yeah, team. And so pretty much what we're going to be doing now is on the Wednesday before our show, we're going to be posting a question on Facebook. And, like we've been going very mum thing the last few. Like I said, probably the benefit of my business, and I can't speak for you, Ray, but I know we work closely together, is we work with a lot of mums, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we work with a lot of mums, and we're both very female friendly, we love females, like my mum is my favourite person in the world, so, and my sister, and my wife to be. So what's really cool is we're going to go through a little bit of theme, but we're going to post a question on Facebook, and we've got some responses, so we want to answer them actually individually for people to add a bit of value, and we're going to make the show a little bit shorter. We're going to do between 12 to 15 minutes. We're going to do 3 questions, then we go bam, bam, bam. So the question we posted yesterday was, mums, what challenges do you have with nutrition and feeding family? Which is a very common, what generally I find as a personal trainer, and most of the times the mum neglect themselves, feed the kids really well, and feed themselves crap, or vice versa, or both. You know what I mean? So it's about getting that synchronicity of the whole family eating healthily, which is a challenge. You know what I mean? Like Ray, you brought up a couple of kids.
2 boys, absolutely.
And, I will be going down that track again soon, so this is actually quite educational. So the first one we've got is from Megan O'Kane, which is one of our great clients that trains here at Beyond. Hey Megan, thanks for the question. And the comment was kids not wanting to try new things, having to make different meals for the kids and time. Okay?
Right.
So, Ray,
interesting.
what would your 2 cents be on that?
Well, look, my perspective is going to be a bit different because, I was brought up in the 90s, I was born in the 1950s, and so food in those days was very different to what is available for kids these days.
100%.
We simply did not have a lot of processed foods.
Yep.
And so our foods were very wholesome. My parents are Italian, and they in fact owned a restaurant on stage, so we had lots of good nutritious food.
Yep.
And I still remember the complaint in my family, I was one of 4 children, was Ray was always the one that was putting the herbs aside. So we had pasta fairly often,
of course.
and I'd be picking out the rosemary and picking out anything green in there, and I'd be sticking it to the side of the plate. And of course then as I grew up, I grew to love those things.
Yep.
So the point is for me is that any child is going to have something that they like and some things that they dislike.
Yep.
Some of those things are going to be really good and healthy for them, and you're going to fester and fuss, think, oh my God, they're not getting their stuff. But I think the main thing to remember is that kids are so resilient.
Yeah.
Kids are strong. I mean, you think about your own upbringing, all the terrible stuff you did to yourself probably, and you survived it, and you survived and adapted. With my own kids, we brought them up pretty much totally vegetarian till the ages of 7 or 8.
Okay.
So the key is, if you can, those first 7 or 8 years,
get in good habits.
So, it's setting up for strength and ability as a family, because look, it's things like heart disease, etc., can set in while by the time you're age 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say to your parents, look, be really food conscious. If you're feeding your children crap, you're not going to have a strong, healthy adult when they grow up.
Yep.
And you're going to regret that. So now's the time, even when they're going, I don't want to do this, and can't I just have that chocolate thing, giving them something that's simple and easy and sweet. Well, you're not really doing them or yourselves any favours.
Sure. Cool.
So that's my tough line.
Perfect.
Is, suck it up, feed them something good.
Good. So I'm going to go pretty similar, but I'll share. So what my mum and dad worked out with me is if they put, I was a nightmare of a kid to feed up to about 10, 11, 12, 13. Because I only really like potatoes and onions. I wouldn't eat carrots, I wouldn't eat cauliflower, I wouldn't eat any vegetables. I love meat, any sort of meat besides fish. That's the only thing I don't eat, unfortunately, for whatever reason. It must mean I was one of the people, Neanderthals from the middle and on the coast, whatever, 5,000 years ago. But what they worked out is making broths and soups and casseroles was the best ways to get that included, beef. My dad, he still makes it. God bless his cotton socks. The only thing he ever used to cook, his mum didn't know the cooking, dad worked. Was a big stew and it had potatoes, veg, like broccoli, carrot. I, as a kid, didn't realise. So I'm like, oh, Dad, stew, yeah, tonight. But if they would have cooked me a bit of steak and put anything but potatoes and onions, say they put a bit of broccoli, okay, I wouldn't eat it. But if I put it into like a casserole or a broth, and that's why I'm a big fan of broths. As you know, I eat a lot of broths myself. They're very healthy. They're very Asian, Oriental way of eating, which I found my diet, especially from some of your coaching over the years, Ray, my own education. My diet's gone very Oriental over the last 5 to 10 years, I would say. The last 5 years especially. So yeah, that was one trick we did. Now the other thing too with parents is suck it up. Like, what you should do is rather than go, oh no, my kids won't eat that, eat what your kids eat. So if your kids like eating potato, you eat potato. If your kids like eating bananas, you eat bananas. But it's about giving them healthy choices and working around your kids rather than kids working around you. That's just selfish, you know what I mean? I think most parents are lazy, to be really honest. Most of my clients are lazy when it comes to nutrition. They think, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it too. Well, simplify it. Like, if your child likes eating sugar, it's because you've introduced that into their diet.
Yeah.
And exactly what Ray said. Look, from a young age, when like me and Jen, my partner, we talked about having children, I'm like, they're not eating shit. They're not going to get... But my mum, God bless cotton socks, I grew up on Cocoa Pops. Yeah. One of the worst possible meals you could have for breakfast. Now, if I was to have a mouthful, it would probably nearly actually make me feel sick. And I loved it as a kid, but it was those bad habits that were put into. Like, my parents didn't cook in bad things nutrition-wise, and they didn't have the education. It's not right, but the problem, the thing is now is that parents are not installing good habits in the kids, and they'd rather go and buy a 24 packet of Smith's chips rather than go and cut up some avocado and carrot and make a hummus dip for their kids. It's because they're lazy. You know what I mean? And it's pretty simple, and 80% of the population are lazy. And I know most people aren't going to like this, but what my answer to that is, you work around what your kid likes eating. So if your kid likes eating potatoes, you eat potatoes. If your kids like eating fish, you eat fish. If your kids like eating steak, you eat steak. Then what happens is because you're basing on putting good nutrition tips into your children, you follow them rather than follow you. Because most people eat like that. You know what I mean? And that's because of the last 30 years. Marketing, when I grew up, Nutri-Grain was sold. I'm like, Nutri-Grain is one of the worst things you feed yourself. Nutri-Grain was the Iron Man. They used to Trevor Henry and remember the ads? Like Nutri-Grain, just right. Those breakfast cereals are full of sugar, they're full of crap, they're full of everything.
Empty carbs and sugar.
Exactly. So, what I think is about installing good habits in your kids from the start, and then you working around what your kids eat rather than the other way around. That'll be my answer.
Yeah. I mean, I'd just add to that what you've got to do within that as well is that if you're eating what your kids are eating, provided it's good and healthy, then you can add in your own stuff.
On top, of course.
Individually for that, and the idea of, most kitchens will have a blender in these stuff. Blending stuff up.
Casseroles, soups, broths.
Exactly. And put stuff into, if you're making chicken rissoles and things like that, well, you add in
garlic,
little bits of things.
Chili, whatever.
So you can adapt it, and Shane's saying, look, it's the Asian style eating, the Mediterranean style eating, are really sort of basis for longevity. Now we're seeing big changes in China now as we sell them more dairy products. They're becoming the most type 2 diabetics in the world in China now, and this is post the introduction of all Western style
food.
eating. So you've got to look at that, really.
Yeah, interesting.
But the highest saturated fat is in cheese.
Yep. Cool. You come from an Italian background,
cheese
around the house growing up, but balanced with lots of green leafy vegetables, olive oils as well. Like as I said, there's the Sicilian diet, the Italian diet is very calorie dense, but it's very healthy as well.
Can be, depends on what you have.
It depends, Cool. Next one, we've got a question from Bree Keith. Having easy, quick, healthy stuff to prepare when time poor. Okay? Yeah. For the family. So, Ray, go first.
Well, once again, it's all a matter of how organised or not organised you are. I mean, my tendency is when I cook, I do cook like an Italian in terms of I cook in preparation for just in case a guest comes over, there's plenty of extra food.
Yeah.
And so I will cook so that meal lasts several days in terms of, leftovers, and you can reapply it and do different things. So for me, and I know for myself, if I go to the fridge and there's nothing fresh that I can have a snack on, or I'm going to start looking for something that's not so good for me.
Yep.
So, and I just, I operate on the basis of out of sight, out of mind.
100%.
So I don't keep the crap in a pantry. I've posted in our own groups before, my pantry looks like a Zen monastery compared to most pantries in terms of what's in there. If I had, if there was some sort of devastation and we had to live on our stored food, well, we'd last about 3 days from the food in the fridge because I do not have a lot of tin stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to preserve flavoured food. Yeah, 100%. So what I would add this as well as Brie is and further down in the comment you said you don't have time to prepare, you have to make the time. You know what I mean? Have you got the time to have a shower in the morning? Have you got time to, go to the gym? Have you got time to go to work? You've got one, honestly, and I have this problem too, so I can definitely help. I have a lot of empathy and compassion for people who lack of time, because I can tell you right now, I work a minimum of 60 to 70 hours, I would say minimum of 60 hours a week. I also do a lot of commuting with my work now, so I'm travelling a lot. So one of the things I find really easy are slow cookers, you know what I mean? It's literally, Brie, what I would say to you is get 2 or 3 pressure cookers, slow cookers, or if you want to go up to a Thermomix, or whatever, you can just grab a bunch of veggies, you grab a bunch of meat, you just throw it in there, and 4 hours later, voila.
Yeah. And look, I make bone broth out of, I don't eat mammal meat, I don't eat beef, cows, but I do eat chicken and fish, so I make bone broths out of those, so long cooked bone broth. And then I'll use what I have, and then I'll put the rest in the freezer, so I can bring it out and chop off a bit and just have that bone broth every time.
And Brie, what I would also say too is what's on top of doing the pressure cooker, the slow cooker situation. Another thing I like to do, this is back when I was single before I met Jen, my fiance does 95% of our meal prep, does 98% of our cooking. I'm super lucky, she eats healthy, we both eat healthy together. But I was single for 3 years before I met her, and one of my other little hacks I used to love doing was actually hard boiling about 12 eggs. I love eggs. Eggs are one of my favorite things. So I would hard boil 12 eggs. It would take me 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then how I used to do it, I used to have a slow cooker. I'd make up a big veggie broth with some minced turkey or white meat with it. And while that was on, I would go and throw a dozen eggs in the saucepan, boil them, up and done, and that's it. And within 5 minutes or so, I've drained the water. I've got 12 little snacks there that I can use, or you can make them up for breakfast. You can cut them up and make them into little wraps. I think also with time-efficient fruit and vegetables, avocado is a great snack. Apples, seasonal fruit and vegetables. I think also another good one is to, even if you don't have the time to make your own hummus, you can buy an organic or a great hummus. Is just chop up a bunch of carrot sticks, and I'll give you a system right now. Put 12 eggs in a saucepan, have a slow cooker going, and then cut up half a dozen pieces of vegetable and fruit, put them all in your thing, and it'll take a maximum of 1 hour, and there's your meal prep done for the week.
Yeah.
Or 70 to 80% of it, and then maybe having a fruit bowl full of veggies and fruit or whatever, and then obviously if you get a juice, you can make up a litre and take 200 mils per day. Everything is about mass production and time efficiency, and I personally know Brie myself. She's a lovely person, she works full-time as a hairdresser, she's got children, she's got family, but you have to put that time aside, because what will happen if you don't do it is you will go to McDonald's, you will go to a takeaway, you will go to a cafe, and then what you eat, you don't know what's in it, and you generally pick the least healthiest, quickest option, which is very common. I don't know about that for yourself, but that's what we probably see as a common thing. Is there anything else you want to add?
I would just say that for me the principle always is, don't do things that hurt you, do things that help you.
Yes.
So in terms of your cooking, your food, particularly if you're feeding your kids as well, don't do things that you know, and if you don't know, you need to educate yourself, they're going to hurt them, and do things that are going to help them. Okay. Remember, that nice big glass of pure orange juice is not in that healthy option.
No.
That is dense, packed with sugar.
Yes.
Natural fruit sugar, but it's too much. You're not going to shove 4 or 5 oranges in their face at one time. No. So that needs to be well diluted to 25%, the rest water.
Sure.
If you want to have it. So educate yourself.
Sure. And I would also add to that as well is having water on you. And this will link into the next question. So anyway, Brie, I hope that helps. Look, I have so much empathy and compassion for yourself and mothers in the same thing. They're working long hours. Yep. They've got kids to feed. But there's a lot of tips. And literally, because I know you come to the gym regularly, it's just a point of ours. If you can put 2 to 3 hours aside to go to the gym, I'm sure you can put an hour aside once a week to prepare. And not about weighing it and preparing it and packaging, doing a macro-based. Okay, I don't think most people have the time and patience to do that. But literally just having that mass production of healthy food ready to go. Yep. And then you set up for the week. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you, Ray, but for me, in a business context, I plan my week on Saturday. I have all my PT sessions booked in, all my meetings, time to do my marketing, time to do my admin, time to do this. And if you have to treat your food as the same, you have to treat it like a business. Because if you don't, put it diary. Plan to a point. You know what I mean? Some people, I've got certain clients that literally every little thing is planned and that's fine. But you've got to find your happy point. But you have to. If you fail to prepare, you'll prepare to fail.
Absolutely. And I think we're going to run out of time.
Cool. Very quickly, drinking enough water. Last one. So Sue Cooper Gray, drinking enough water. Okay, so Sue. So here we go. This is the answer. Look what we're doing. Okay. Me and Ray will always have a water bottle that is not plastic. Okay. This is glass. All right. Within arm's reach at all times of the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's pretty simple. Now, when it comes to the kids, right? Obviously. Look, I was an ADD kid, I was crazy, I don't know if this would work. You've got to instill the value of them drinking water consistently, okay, from a young age. Look, my mum, God bless her cotton soaks, she was a bit of a hard ass, but she held me to account, and I think that's why I'm so disciplined, and it's helped me be successful in parts of my life. And I think that's what parents need to do these days. Not mollycoddle your kids, not take the easy version of giving them a can of Coke. Look, have a glass of Coke once a week as a treat. That's like, you know what, hey, you've been a really good kid this week.
No, I'm going to take you up on that.
Oh, okay, well.
Toxic stuff should not be a treat.
Well,
don't use a treat.
High sugar, whatever. Okay, I'm saying things that, I'll reverse, sorry. Things that aren't optimally healthy, like water and green leafy vegetables and white meat, the Oriental Mediterranean diet, should be considered a treat and should be like a once a week thing, or if you're going to take them to a McDonald's party or whatever, you know what I mean? No, I'm not condoning that. I'm saying it's the right thing to do, but a big problem we have is people treat eating bad food as a routine rather than as a reward. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. You have to install that into your children. They need to know that we need to be walking around with a water bottle with clean, filtered water at all times. Okay? And that water is what they drink. It's not cordial. It's not soft drink.
Cordials, plain sugar. It's not reconstituted orange juice.
You know, it's water. You know what I mean? And then anything else that's got a bit more sugar in it, like if it was a glass of orange juice, that's a treat, you know what I mean? And that's a once a week, once a fortnight, once a month. But for yourself, so this is simple, just carry this around at all times. Like have a water bottle. Another thing too, when I wake up in the morning, 2 glasses of water, first thing I do. That's it.
Good. Yeah, look, my recommendation to everyone I treat is 1 litre of water for every 25 kilos of your body weight per day. Increase that by about 20% if you're doing exercise. Yep. So, and look, the Oriental philosophy is that we should get into a sweat at least once every day.
Yep.
And so that means that your metabolism is speeded up, the heat has risen, the internal heat in the body, and it's moving towards the outside. And that's like a flushing for your system. Yep. So don't be concerned about getting out there to do a bit of exercise to sweat. 30 minutes a day.
Perfect. All right, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up with that. Love all the mothers out there. You're the reason we're here. The females of the world. They, they're my favourite sex by far. Okay. And look, guys, if you've got any questions, as I said, we're going to do a bit more thing. Just notice me and Ray's Facebook on a Wednesday. This is the Facebook Live we're doing. This is also a podcast. If you've got any questions, you can email that you'd like answered. You can email myself at shane@beyondtransformation.com.au. I'll answer them for you, or please comment underneath. Also, guys, give us a 1 if you're watching this live. Give us a 2 if you're watching this pre-recorded. And please, look, we're more than happy airing. And please also share our content. So there's a little button on your phone. Most people watch this on the mobile phone. There's like, comment, share. If you click that button and write something nice, we really appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Bye.